What's going on YouTube? Kronos here, and welcome back to another episode of our PSO2, I guess what are we calling this, a Let's Play? It's kind of difficult to give it an exact name, but it's going to be our story run through of episode 1, of course, 1-star weapon only. So, when we last left off, we had just completed, essentially, talking with Xion for the first time, and heading down to meet Matoy, fighting a, I guess they call him a masked demon, basically some mysterious masked stranger. And we just left Matoy in the care of the medical bay. So let's jump into the next story cutscene.
You there! Arc's up!
Oh, just to remind myself too. So this is one of the downsides of episode 1 is it is very world building and very introduce you to every single character that's going to be a part of the story. They're actually in the stories for a very long time, so strap in. It's going to be a lot of story early on.
Hey! Don't ignore me! I'm talking to you!
I wish I could.
I can tell you're still getting your feet wet here, rookie. Lucky for you, I know my way around, and I'm willing to give you some tips.
This person looks a lot stronger than you, Patty.
Oh, shut up! What we operatives need right now isn't boring old skill. It's knowledge and information. Am I right? Now, the first thing you need to know about being an ARCS operative is watch out for the fall spawn. They've got it out for us so bad. And they go around turning wildlife on these planets all vicious and stuff. We've got to do something about them before it's too late. Fortunately, the wildlife here on Nefarious isn't all that strong. But on other planets...
Sorry about my sister babbling on like that. Believe me, I know how it feels. Never mind her. She's just a big-headed know-it-all who's only good for spreading rumors. Although she's not wrong when she says that the fall spawn are dangerous. And they've even been showing up around here lately, so it definitely doesn't hurt to be careful.
My favorite part about this is the look on Patty's face the entire time. Like, did you really just cut me off just to call me big-headed?
Now come on, Patty, let's go. We have our own job to do gathering information.
Hey! Wait up, Tia! I was still talking!
Don't worry about it. No one was listening to you anyway.
I have a question for you. Would you mind answering it? You're aware that reports of rampaging dragons are on the rise, I trust? Do you know anything about their whereabouts? Or if there are any particularly strong specimens? I see. Pardon my breach of etiquette. Carry on with your exploration and disregard what I just said.
Oh, a new colleague, eh? The number of ARCS operatives coming to Nefarious has been on the rise lately. Before all the fall spawn showed up, you could go for days without bumping into a single soul. You could also say the proliferation of ARCS ops is a sign of increasing danger. When things were safe, nobody came here at all. Even if peace means bad business for people like us, who make our living fighting the bad guys. It beats the alternative.
Hello.
We are going to be going through a lot of these rapid fire because there's a lot of characters.
There certainly are more and more ARCS operatives coming to Nefarious these days. At least that has been the case ever since all these fall spawns started to appear.
Marlu is deadpan in both English and in Japanese, and it's crazy.
Actually, I am a little worried about the way things are going. As the saying goes, Where there is arcs, there is danger.
And Orza just said the same thing. Also, can anyone tell you're worried by your sound? Like the sound of your voice? Yeah, okay.
I am an ARCS operative myself, but I would prefer to avoid working as one as much as possible, because having no work would mean we are finally at peace. You say there is someone else who feels the same? Good to know it is not just me.
I'm pretty sure everyone feels the same, but, you know, teachers their own, I suppose.
Who is it? Oh, you're with Arts! Don't scare me like that.
This character means so much more to people who have actually done all the way through, like, episode 6. It's insane. I'm not gonna spoil it if you're just watching for this story. Like, if you're just, you've never seen the story before and you're watching along with the actual, Let's Play, but, yeah, well, there's so much more to this character.
I'm a sharpshooter, you know. Sneaking up behind is pretty much asking for a bullet between the eyes. Now then, I haven't had my fill of shooting yet, so I'm going back out. Light him up, Risa.
And it goes without saying, if you spoil in the comments, I'm probably gonna globally mute you. Just a heads up.
What is it? Me? Sorry. I can't remember too much. I remember regular stuff. I've got common knowledge and language down pat. But when it comes to myself, everything's all foggy. And every time I try to remember, my head just... Ow! Sorry. It's gotta be annoying not being able to get anything out of me, aside from my name, huh? Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to fish for reassurance. I'll try my hardest to jog my memory. It might be a while yet, but I'll make it happen, one way or another.
First, I must express my gratitude to you. You identified the best divergence of potentiality and forged a path to novel circumstances.
Yeah, looking back on this, Shion is so incredibly vague about what's going on, it's kind of crazy.
At present, I have not yet fully studied the words required to gain your consent. Therefore, I must apologize that I continue to fall short of earning your trust. And I apologize for relying on you despite this. A new divergence matrix has been born. This signifies that it is possible to intervene in new potentialities. My regret endures. I pray that you will be the one to absolve me of it.
I see. So Shion's goal was for you to rescue the second, who'd collapsed on Navarius. That's why she turned back time to your certification mission. Good job finding her on your first try. The divergence matrix displays possible divergences. It's about as outrageous as my power to stop time. Cassie would probably call it magic. Well, maybe it's not quite on that level. Even if you can go to the past, changing history isn't easy. Time automatically corrects itself. For example, even if you changed history to stop Luth, but Shion can see the results of your revisions too, so she knows exactly what to change.
I think I am in the future going to skip over these cutscenes because I realize how spoilery they actually are.
Then she tells you and you change it. That's what the divergence matrix is for. You're going to change events to help her reach the future she's calculated.
Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and skip these. Again, they're great from a retrospective if you're like in episode 5 coming back through them, but if you're going through these for the first time, that's really, really weird. So yeah, let's not watch those specific ones.
Oh man, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna... Hey, you there! Yeah, you! You're an ARC's op, right? You must be the one who accepted my request. Oh, where are my manners? My name's Wright. I'm Professor Aki's assistant. Where's Professor Aki now? Well, that's exactly why I asked you here. See, lately she's been kind of obsessed with the Draconians on Amduskia. Now it looks like she's let her ARCSOP certification go to her head and gone off to investigate them on her own. I'm worried sick about her. There's any number of things that could go wrong. So, getting back to my request, can I ask you to go find her for me? I'll make sure you're paid, though I may have to dip into her grant funds to do so. Anyway, whenever you have some time on your hands is fine. Though, personally, the sooner you can find her, the sooner I can sleep easy again.
So in Chapter 2, we're going to head over to Amduskia, find out what's going on with the professor.
What are you supposed to be? If you're not a Draconian, I have no use for you.
Now, when this was still the Omnibus, it was a bit different because you'd actually go on a mission to go to that area specifically, and then this cutscene would trigger. So what happens differently now is you don't have to go to the area, you don't have to fight through a bunch of stuff to get the cutscene itself to trigger in the first place.
What's that? Is my name Aki? Interesting. Do you always go around asking people to identify themselves like this?
I might. You got a problem with that?
At any rate, yes, my name is Aki. Now, who are you? I have no recollection of you, and my memory is never wrong.
Rather big-headed of you.
No, wait. Don't tell me. You're here because Wright asked you to come find me, aren't you?
Exactly.
I can't think of any other reason why you'd come here looking for me. I bet he was bawling his head off about how I haven't come back yet, wasn't he? Oh, I keep telling him that nothing's going to go wrong. But all right, now that you found me, I guess I can oblige him and head back. Oh, right. If you don't mind, could I ask your name? So that's your name.
Yeah, totally. I said my name 100%.
Interesting. You might be a far more fascinating specimen than the Draconians.
Why does my name make me interesting?
Oh, don't mind me. Just thinking out loud. I'll remember your name. See you around.
So yeah, it's a little bit weird because, like I said, you would normally go through and actually fight a bunch of enemies, so on and so forth. So, bit strange, but no big deal there.
Who? You. How did you notice me? So you saw me clear as day? Am I getting sloppy at erasing my presence? No, that can't be. Who are you?
Sorry, I guess?
Hey, I got a good look at your fight. I could hardly bear to watch. You're just as much of a greenhorn as I expected, since you hang out with Xeno. And that's not all. You're seriously lacking in guts. The guts to smash your opponent's faces in, that is. You're soft. That's why nothing's frightened of you, and your fights drag on. Without the guts to kill anything that gets in your way, you're dead weight on the battlefield. Fools like you always make hopeless mistakes when it comes down to the wire. If only you had more guts, you'd be a much more worthy opponent.
I'm certain he was trying to give you advice. Master Gedemholt hardly ever concerns himself with others. I'm a little jealous.
Sheena! What are you blabbering about? Get your ass over here!
I shouldn't have said that. Please forget it. Excuse me.
No cursing. Meanwhile, Get 'em Hold exists in this game.
It's good to see you. We've been waiting. You know what we're after, right? Oh, wait. Please excuse me. You're the one ARC's operative I trust, so that question itself is rude. Now, let us be on our way. My intellectual curiosity must be sated at once.
Sorry. We haven't even explained anything. But, we're investigating the Draconians as usual, so... The professor seems to have something else on her mind. Honestly, I'm scared of another frenzy happening. If it comes down to it, we'll just have to drag her out of here. Well then, I hope today... No, I hope I can count on you again.
So it's a little bit vague, but basically we're escorting the professor and her assistant.
I feel like the Falspawn have been multiplying. That's not a good sign.
Ma'am, the Draconians are capable of repelling Falspawn on their own, aren't they?
Yeah, that's why they've officially denied ARC's intervention. I'd advise them of how dangerous that stance is if I could. ARC's mastery of photons makes it the only group capable of completely eradicating the Falspawn. The Draconians can repel them with brute force, but that won't eradicate them. Falspawn residue will always remain. I'm sure there's an underlying cause behind the Draconians' sudden change, but I can hardly delve into that without their cooperation. That's why our only option is taking to the field for some good old-fashioned legwork.
So basically the Falspawn are showing up on the planet.
Emergency mission alert. Large-scale deployment operation in progress. All ARC's ops, report to the quest counter to join the mission.
The downside of having voices on in this game, that just shows up and interrupts everything that's going on. Either way, we're dealing with Falspawn showing up on the planet and Draconians not wanting our help. But like proper humans, we're just intervening anyway. Well, humanoids. We're kind of all different types of races.
This was a Draconian cadaver at one point. This is horrific. It's barely even recognizable.
I don't feel so good. I can't believe you can touch that stuff, ma'am.
You should know these things as my assistant. I enjoy doing research on living creatures. I have no interest in what's dead and gone. This is just an object, a thing. No reason not to touch it. Now, let's see its viscera. Pipe down, right? Either you're interested or you're not. Pick one. It's as I suspected. Sorry, let me outline my thoughts better. Basically, I studied its internal tissue. There's definitely Falspawn corruption. I think it accumulated in its body over time. Destroying Falspawn with non-photon methods leaves byproducts that... Oh, have I told you this before? Well, whatever. Long story short, specks of dirt can become mountains when you put enough of them together. For better or for worse, I've retrieved some tissue samples. This should help me move forward with my research. But I don't think we'll get to the bottom of this so long as we can't talk with the Draconians.
On to our first fight of this chapter, and only fight of this chapter actually. Story was a little bit weirder back then. It does pick up quite a bit actually in later episodes, but early on, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot going on as far as combat. Most of the combat happened outside of the cutscenes.
Why rage? Why fight? Answer me! Lord Roga!
Draconians battling each other? Are they having a row?
I can't deny that possibility. But based on what they're saying, that doesn't seem to be the case. Now then.
Huh? Wait, Professor? You're not gonna get involved, are you?
It's useless to reason with him, Draconian. He's been corrupted by Fallspawn, and isn't in his right mind.
Arx, I haven't the time for you. Depart!
See? Let's do as he says and get out of here. It's dangerous.
That's enough out of you, right? Be quiet. Now, Draconian, you may say that, but what exactly do you intend to do about the problem before you?
Lord Roga of the High Clan, our guide. However, he corrupts our fellows. Horrendous. Violation of our laws. Those who break laws return to Kashina.
Kashina, the Hell Dragon spoken of in Draconian myth, correct? I see. So I understand you'll kill him.
Clever Arx. What are you thinking?
I'm saying let us handle it. Forsaking a living being is a waste. I won't allow it. Listen up. If we suppress that Draconian with the power of photons, we might make it in time. We might be able to save him. I can't guarantee it, but there's value in trying at least.
All right, let's go.
Emergency code Q.
Don't remember the timing of that. You'd think I remember from doing Divide Quest, but that's right. I'm thinking like, why am I stop attacking? But ran out of PP, unfortunately. And I used to having to manage that so much. Oh, I was gonna dig underground and regen his tail. Yep.
You can't escape me.
Breaking this with the 1-star weapon, even at level 100, a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be.
I've got you now.
Not impossible, but more difficult. If I can do this combo.
I've got you now.
It's not actually giving me the right lock on that I need for this. I'm just going to take the lock on the face. Also, that is the tail regenerated. Oh, that's lovely.
It's useless. I've got you now.
Here we go. It's weird, I've never fought a Vol Dragon so long. I feel like I'm gonna say that a lot about this series specifically, is a lot of these monsters tend to get just completely bodied. Oh,
Completed.
I killed him. Fun fact, if you stand in front of a Vol Dragon as it dies, it'll hit you. Which is why we parried.
Our gamble paid off, and just in the nick of time. We must credit the resilience of the Draconian Constitution.
Clever arcs. What did you do?
It's simple, Draconian. Photons reduced the false-spawn tissue within. Of course, the real credit goes to this one, not me. We can't do much about his wounds, but Draconians recover quickly enough. It should heal in time.
Is this an arc's power?
Hold, Draconian. It's too early to be relaxing just yet. This is only the beginning. Before long, more Draconians will deteriorate the same way.
What do you seek from us?
Conversation. Draconians and Arcs need to start up a dialogue.
My name is N of High. I ask your names, Arcs.
My name is Aki, and this is my assistant, Wright.
And I'm Chrono.
Child of Arcs, I apologize for rudeness, and I express gratitude. The power to save Lord Roga. I will not forget this debt.
And with that, I think we'll call it for this episode. So, as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys have anything you want to mention, feel free to toss in the comments below. A like on the video does let me know you guys are enjoying the content. Feel free to subscribe if you want to keep up with the content as it goes live. For those of you guys who have just jumped in for the actual Let's Play itself, I do a lot of other PSO2 content as well. You'll find links in the video description to all the other places you can find me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace out.